Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with My Villain Academia. Last time on My Villain Academia, we had Tanko Shimura Origin. Continuing on in the Battle of Deka City, Shigaraki... Well, first off, Spinner was fighting the politician. Hold on. Okay. Just gonna move that. That's better. Spinner was fighting the politician, who had the same type of quirk as Commander Erwin. And then it cut over to Shigaraki facing Re-Destro and his stress quirk. And Shigaraki seems to be leveling up. It seemed like he could use his quirk just with 2 fingers, which was interesting. And then we got a full flashback to how Tanko Shimura first got his quirk. He was being he was being abused by his father. Shit happened. He got the quirk decay, killed all his family, intentionally killed his father, and that was that. Yeah. But the fight was fun. Honestly, the weird thing is all the stuff in the present day at Deka City is actually like kind of fun. Like, I don't know, I just love watching the League of Villains start kicking people's ass, you know? Like, it's really nice. But of course, yeah, the backstory is fucking depressing. So, yeah, that's pretty much that. Like always, the reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of My Hero Academia. Here we go. Holy shit. This ain't just a level up. This is Tomura Shigaraki becoming the villain. Holy shit. Oh my god. Again, though, it's so weirdly hype. Like, am I crazy? Like, all the shit about him as a kid and his family and how that ties into Nana Shimura, all that shit is some of the saddest shit I've seen. But goddamn if him being the Grand Commander isn't fucking awesome. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's something about it. Maybe it's because, I mean, Christ, it's been a interesting journey with him, you know? Like, despite the fact that only now we've seen his origins as Tanko Shimura, we've kind of been following his progression, though. That's the thing, you know? Think about how he was 100 episodes ago in Season 1, where he was, you know, guy with, okay, a very interesting power, but here's the fucking guy who's talking about video games and his precious Nomu. And to see him now, that progression, you know, his... If anything, he's done. Like, his story, well, yes, obviously will continue, but his story of how he became the world's #1 villain is almost done. That's how he became that. Now we'll see him there. Meanwhile, Midoriya still, like, he has catching up to do now. Midoriya now has to catch up with Shigaraki. That really is it, isn't it? Shigaraki, like, you know, we've called this arc, you know, yes, we've called it the Meta Liberation arc and the Meta Liberation Army arc or My Villain Academia, but let's be honest, he's done. Like, his training, everything, it's him now. It's him. With everything else, like, because he's gone through, he's had his, you know, he's had his big moments. He had his original moments. He had his internship with the hero killer Stain, you know? He had his villain work study with the Hisaikai. And now he had his fucking graduation match with Re-Destro. He had his graduation match with Re-Destro, and now he is a full-fledged villain. Whereas Midoriya still has a long way to go. Midoriya still has a long way to go. He's still, I mean, let's face it, Midoriya is still on year 1. He's still on year 1 with, you know, if he's lucky, he can use 20% of One for All, you know? But Shigaraki's going. He's going already. Midoriya's got some fucking catching up to do. What the fuck are we doing next episode? I don't know. Like, I feel like the arc ended there. Like, I guess there's the whole thing of more power that the Doctor is going to give Shigaraki, but... but honestly, yeah, what the fuck are we doing next time? I mean, this is the penultimate episode, which, I mean, is very similar to Season 1. Season 1, the penultimate episode, was All Might. Season 2, it was Bakugo's origin. For Season 3, Season 3 didn't really have anything for the big penultimate episode. Season 4, the penultimate episode, no. Again, Season 3 and 4 was more on their finale. Season 3's finale was Mirio versus Class 1A. Season 4's finale was Endeavor versus Nomu. But Season 5 has gone back to the penultimate episode where, yeah, that was Shigaraki completely dominating Re-Destro. The fucking Grand Commander. Grand Commander Tomura Shigaraki. It's so... I mean, we go through this whole sad shit about Tanko Shimura, but I'm sitting over here fucking proud of my boy. I'm fucking proud of my boy. I can't explain why. It's so fucking weird. I love too that Eric Vale changed the voice a little bit when he's reborn, when his fucking hair goes completely white. I'm not sure how I like that I'm not sure how much I like that completely white hair as opposed to the pale blue it was. I don't know. I mean, it works. It works. It's just a little strange, you know? But yeah. Fucking god damn it. You know the interesting thing too? I want to know. I mean, with the whole thing of like, oh, the League of Villains and stuff, and oh, you were just a bunch of thugs, and we are the real, you know, we're the real deal at the Meta Liberation Army, and now the whole thing of, oh, Tomura, he's the embodiment of freedom and shit. How did the Meta Liberation Army not... How did they not, like, hang with All for One, you know? There's a question. Like, how the fuck were they not, like, on board with All for... I mean, I guess All for One, it's because... It's not really the whole thing of, oh, he wants to be free, to use his quirk and stuff like that. It's like, no, he's a fucking demon. All for One is a fucking villain. I guess it's a difference of the Meta Liberation Army never thought they were villains, you know? They thought what they were doing, while, you know, maybe it wasn't great going against the Japanese government and everything, but what they did was necessary, you know? Whereas All for One sits there and is like, no, I'm a fucking villain. Like, no, I am a villain. I know what the fuck I am, you know? Making sure this hand isn't getting dusty. It's getting a little dusty. I fucking bet that the one hand that Shigaraki... I bet you the one hand that survived is Kotaro's. I fucking bet. But... now it's just there for decoration. I mean, now it's just there so he, like Toga said, so he can stay on brand, you know? He didn't have to rebrand himself. But, yeah, he doesn't need those fucking hands anymore. But he got fucked up, though. I know he fucked up Re-Destro, but he got fucked up. Okay, so... nobody's come to help you, have they? Shit, man, we've heard that since season 3. Nobody's come to help you. Nope. There was that one lady. The one lady did stop. But as soon as she saw his creepy ass face, she got the fuck out of there. And it makes you wonder. Just like last episode, it's like, oh, I wonder if Tomura had if Tenko had a different quirk, things may have been different, you know? And then you stop and think, if a hero actually stopped and helped him, like if a hero got to him first, if it was All Might, you know? If it was anyone, if any hero got to him first, before All for One, what would have happened? I mean, he would need therapy up the wazoo. Like, he would need so much goddamn therapy. But if someone was there, what would have fucking happened? Oh, excuse me. Anyway. It was a little strange that it was like, it was a little weird seeing Chibi Shigaraki, like with all the hands on him, but it was interesting. Same fucking red shoes as Deku, though. Although, I mean, this was, they said he was 5 years old. If he's 20, I think Izuku is 16 right now, so Izuku would have been born by then, but he would have been a very small, I mean, he would have been an infant, basically. Is he wearing those same fucking red shoes? I don't know. I know there's also a fucking theory that All for One is Midoriya's dad. I don't fucking believe that either. That's fucking bullshit right there, actually. That sounds like horse shit right there, but I don't know. Apologies to any and all theorists about My Hero Academia. I don't know. I mean, granted, we have the theory that Dabi is actually Toya Todoroki, so can't come down too hard, I guess. Anyway, Chibi Shigaraki. I mean, do what you want. Do what you want, because a villain is free. You are a villain. It'll be the symbol of fear. I mean, you have to... I mean, you do kind of wonder about All for One's backstory. The original Shigaraki, apparently. That's his name. Which I like how he came up with the name. Tomura, derived from the verb to mourn. And then Shigaraki being All for One's name. But you wonder about All for One's backstory, because was it tragic, or was he just a fucking dick? I want to believe he was just a fucking dick. You know? Maybe he was just some normal criminal, got the quirk, and he was like, oh, I can do things with this. You know? I don't know. You wonder. Shigaraki also got more hands, which is interesting, but doesn't need them anymore. His fucking voice, that actually kind of tripped me up a little bit. The fact that his voice is different now. It's not the normal high-pitched Tomura Shigaraki voice. Now it's a more normal-esque kind of voice, you know? You know what it's the difference... You know what it is? It's the difference of when Wentworth Miller plays Michael Scofield versus Captain Cold. Because as Captain Cold, he always does this more nasally sort of stranger, over-exaggerated voice. But as Michael Scofield, it's a lot more down to earth and a bit more normal, you know? That's exactly what that is normally he does this whole thing about it's almost a Heath Ledger's Joker. It's like, oh, these civilized people, they'll eat each other. Whereas now he's doing a more subdued voice. No more hands. He will do what he wants. I mean, that's the fucking twist, that at the end of the day, he's more towards liberation than Re-Destro. And I like how he says, yeah, Re-Destro, burdened by his bloodline. Yeah, honestly. Like, he's not doing this. He's not doing this for, you know, because he, I mean, yeah, he likes it, I'm sure, but he does this for his ancestor. He was taught to do this at a young age. He's very Zeke Yeager, honestly, now that I think about it. Whereas Shigaraki, now granted, Shigaraki, you could say, well, he's doing this for all for one, you know? But at the same time, I mean, he didn't kill his fucking father for that. He killed his father. He killed his father because he wanted to. He killed Kotaro because he wanted to. So, the fucking support gear, man. I love though. He says, I love though that the cut before the aftermath is, oh, you're rich, aren't you? Oh, Jesus Christ. That's funny. But yeah. The support gear didn't do shit. Oh, he says too, is like, oh, what, you going plus ultra on me? That's the thing, I fucking love Shigaraki. His backstory is sad as all get out, but I fucking love him. He's such a great villain, you know? Liberation. And, you know, when All For One says, you know, fucking, if you can derive joy from what you do, you know, then you will truly be free. And yeah, when he fucking kills, he is happy, you know? He does fucking derive joy from this. He is liberated. He is free. And because of that, Re-Destro has seen the light. The light, ironically, of Tomura Shigaraki. And thus, the entirety of the Meta Liberation Army belongs to Tomura. That's fucking crazy, man. That's fucking nuts. And they have changed. The League of Villains is no more. The League of Villains and the Meta Liberation Army are no more. Now, we will witness the ascension of the Paranormal Liberation Front. And I'm assuming, you know, he also said, you know, we're getting rid of the name villain. And he said that, like, we're expanding the terms for meta abilities. So now, I assume that's what it is these paranormal powers, you know? The fucking army belongs. We're fucking leading up to a fucking war. Like, this shit's gonna go down. You know, we've seen when, you know, Toga says, like, yes, in 4 months, when Tomura destroys the world. It's gonna be fucking nuts, man. But yeah, Shigaraki, who's got a new hair color, new conviction, a new coat, and He even won over Gigantomachia. That's fucking brilliant. He won over Gigantomachia. And now he's gonna get a new power. So I do kind of see why it does actually work better to watch Heroes Rising after this, because it's not because there are spoilers for this in Heroes Rising, but you do start to deduce things after you watch Heroes Rising. So I do kind of get it, but at the same time, this does not detract from my enjoyment. So after this is when Heroes Rising takes place. It seems to be after this arc, but before the Endeavor Agency arc. And I know that they flipped the two arcs, which I can understand why they flipped the two arcs, because this shit is so much bigger to end the season on, you know? Like, if you did it with the if you ended the season with the Endeavor Agency arc, you'd end with, what was it, The Unforgiven? A fine episode, but not fucking this. Granted, we do still have one more episode, so I don't know what the fuck we're doing next time. Like, this feels like a finale, so I don't know. Maybe we'll cut back to Class 1A, and maybe some things will be happy. It'll cut back to Eri, and we'll all be happy or something. Or not. I don't fucking know. But yeah. What a strange arc in that it's depressing as all get out, yet weirdly happy and inspiring. Like, this is so weirdly hype. I'm so fucking hyped for the Paranormal Liberation Front and the new Tomura Shigaraki. But at the same time, we had some sad shit, you know? Also, by the way, in previous seasons, when I said, like, oh, why isn't this episode, you know, Tenya Ida origin or Ejiro Kirishima origin? And you guys told me that, oh, well, origin episodes are only for characters, you know, where it's influenced by All Might. Yet look at this. Now, granted, yes, there has been stuff with All Might, but think about last episode. Shit didn't involve All Might at all. That was about Nana Shimura and her family, you know? That was about the consequences of Nana Shimura's decision that eventually lead to Tanko killing them all. That had jack all to do with All Might. And then even this, to an extent, doesn't really involve All Might, you know? And this is Tomura Shigaraki origin, you know? So, just gonna stick that to you guys. It doesn't fucking matter, you know? At the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. It's just weird. It's weird that there was a definitive answer, and then that answer has been broken twice by the same character, basically. Meh. Oh well. Doesn't fucking matter. I have no idea what the hell we're doing next time, so, yeah. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Villain Academia reactions, you can click on the playlist or watch another video. I've really screwed up this outro. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.